Hello! I finally shot my first color film with a Pentax 17. I have I can link to you to my playlist where you can find the previous black and white rolls I shot plus some diptychs. And but this time I decided to try color film, and this is the SantaColor 100. Does it focus? Hopefully, yes. So, without saying, just to say that I developed it with a CineSteel CS41 kit, and I scan it at home using a lomography kit. And before saying much more, let's see the photos first, and then I'll come back with some closing thoughts. Okay, let's go through the photos. We start from this one, and I think what I quite like is I think this pinky, and I think this is the effect of some lighting because this goes possibly to the end of the film. But I think, yeah, this is, I really like this pinky thing. some Still some street art. I think I was trying. I started first, and I think I was just wasting the film because it wasn't ending. And this is some shop display. I like how the text is so sharp. More street art. Maybe I took this because I don't know why it was it, but it's. Oh, I think it was outside the shop. But look at the effect of the time on the doll. Yeah, still this is still outside of a kind of a clinic. Sorry, I think there was like it was like a box when they were testing the people before they enter the clinic, the hospital. Some store again. I was playing with the numbers here, maybe. Yeah. Just a bean, but I like the color because I was exploring the color, so I concentrated on the color. I like this photo also. I like the lighting here and the color of the dress, not the dress itself. It's like ancient tattoo, something like that. Yeah, I don't understand what I was trying to photograph here. Maybe some store again. A sign of a store outside. Uh, Stores. Yep, I think this didn't work quite well. We have not a lot of details on the back, and this is kind of not so interesting. Yeah, this is like a poster outside the store, but outside Honda Center, and it's kind of interesting. I think the interesting thing is like it's how can I say it's like a male model, but it feels like also I don't know if it's the purpose, but like an icon, a Christian like Orthodox icon, like a saint, but they play with these things, which can be controversial in many cases, but as a photo, I think it works well. My banal things, I'm guessing. Yeah, I like to take photos of these things. I don't know. Eh, Playing around again, still. This is like maybe the color didn't correct it quite well because when I edit, I correct the color in Photoshop Elements. Yeah. Oh, someone secure chair here. I don't know what's happening here. But I find it interesting. This is like a sign to the toilet, but it's not flat and it's kind of aged. Some street art, but I mean, I like it. I like the contrast and things like that, but maybe the color didn't fully correct it. Yeah, some banal things I like to photograph. This is feels too reddish, pinkish color, which I assume again is the process and everything. This is not too bad, but maybe I'm just thinking as we look it together. Maybe the alignment is not perfect. Yeah, still like you know. A lot of banal. I quite like the banal subjects. I like this one also. Like a mattress and some clothes placed. In Greece, people, I don't know what's happening in other countries, but they're not so careful on disposing their mattresses and rubbish. I kind of like this one. Maybe this kind of highlights the strong. But still, we see like the camera is quite good on, even in these conditions, to meter and everything. Yeah, I think there's like there was like a decoration outside the, not the decoration, the the theme of the display on this store was like maybe some Greek status style. Yes, and it's like the juxtaposition of the ancient, and this is so futuristic or alien. Again, a store. This is, I think, worked quite well. I'm always impressed with this camera. Yeah, just me and the Pentax and the smile. I think this is kind of the coloring of the film, because I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but the film doesn't supposed to represent perfectly the colors. If you look online of example photos of the SantaColor, it has some muted colors, at least on the examples I've seen. This is like entrance to the store and some items left. I don't know if like, yeah, sorry. I will come back to, it's like, I think they're doing like an exhibition and they finished like a part of a food area, and I took a lot of, in the start of the film, a lot of photos from that place, but I'm not sure if that was part of that. And they have like some store, like canteen things. Route 66, inspired from America. This one maybe. Again, this is the, I don't think the color is perfect in this one. I think this doesn't look so aligned. Some street art. Some also street art. It's like kind of a tower, a circular building, which is a part of the exhibition center in Thessaloniki. And I think I was trying to also take the reflection here. I, I think that was like informative about some historical personality, and I think they put it recently here, but I don't remember now. Can't fully read the text, but I like the Redis things, how it appears. I think this one is like a kind of wasting the film, taking photos of this part, but I don't know why I find it quite an interesting. There is some interesting story telling here, because it is like the remainings of the exhibition part, but I prefer to start showing to you to the other subjects, because maybe that was, some people wouldn't stay. Some banal things start becoming interesting photographically, at least to me. And it's like they have like the lights on this area, which was the exhibition for the food and all the things that start being collected. And I also like this one, is one of my favorites, and I think the colors are representative of the film. And it's like they lower this because maybe this was something like one more of this, because you see like it's too low, but that's because I find it interesting photographically. It's like you see all these barrels. I don't know if it's the correct English word, but for me it starts becoming interesting photographically. But I don't know how people like these subjects or not. It's interesting design on this one, and you see how good the camera performs still. There is always some Coca-Cola logo somewhere. Yeah, I think I like the color in this one was not so great. This is the guys who start collecting the things. It's like I mean again some you see it's nothing like I don't know on purpose things place things here, but we see the multiple of them, how interesting, at least in my eyes, starts becoming photographically. And this one is like an abandoned area before clean up, but I think it's interesting. I was really happy when I was taking photos of these things. Some boxes and it's the banality of them. A lot of Berlin. I don't know why. I don't know what's the relationship with Visit Berlin here. I like the colors in these ones. I think, as I say, it's like the proper colors of the film because I saw a lot of like from lomography cameras or plastic cameras, Holgas, and the colors didn't appear this way. And I don't know if it was like my chemicals or something else, but I think this is closer to what I was expecting to the negative to look like. And I'm doing everything at home, so lots of things can go wrong. But the camera delivered really well, I think. I repeated myself, but and the pinky and this is like the colors are. It feels like something old photos, you know. Yeah, I think that's all. So I'll come back with some closing thoughts. I think that was a lot. It was 86 photos. And assuming that we use it with a normal 36 roll, we're supposed to have with a half frame camera around 72 photos. But I think what's happening with the Santa film, I think it's used. And actually, if you look carefully, you can see it's covered. It's a used cartridge. If it's the correct, I always forget these cards, and they refill it manually or something like that. So it's interesting if you want to learn more about these films. So it's from I think a camera store website which they are making it, and so maybe they put a little more, and it was feeling endless. Like I don't know, these photos were like 86 photos, and it was like it was quite exhausting to like uh, scan edit the scan films because I'm taking the photos with like a camera, and then I have to make it inverse, then crop and twice and correct levels and everything and color correction, and it was feeling exhausting. I think it's much easier if you do that with full frame photos. Half frame it's hard, and so I don't really know if I could like shoot more like color film with this camera. I know it's like silly because you save a lot of money, and as I comment during the when I was showing you the photos, the quality of them was not too bad at all. But I don't know if that's what I'm looking for in color photography. For black and white, it's black and white. I wanted the best quality of it, and this camera is great. But when it comes to color, I sort of like I can link you to that video, but I was like developing like 24 rolls, and then I managed to develop a few more. But I think it was too much for the chemicals in any case, and it was exhausting. And I think what I learned through this process is that if I shoot more color, maybe, but I'm not sure yet. I prefer it for cameras like Holga with plastic lenses because I like this kind of unpredictable effect and imperfection. But this most of the photos that I show you today, except some that they needed color correction, they were not bad. And the different, it's not fully representative of the realistic colors because that's the type of film. I knew that. So, closing thoughts. Again, another interesting role with Pentax 17. At least for me, I don't know how when the photos view when the people who see the photos feel, but for me, it was like capturing the reality, the banal things around me, and I think it was quite a nice experience at all. The editing was exhausting, and I really don't know if I can. I don't know. It's totally silly, but it feels like more exhausting if you have to edit the full roll instead of if it was two different rolls. It's like it's easier, but I don't know. It was I wanted to finish this and it was feeling endless. Okay, if you like it, please like or comment and subscribe so more people can find my videos. And I have another one with SantaColor film, and that goes from an expired, I think at least 20 years expired color roll. And I'll be back with that and also more color rolls to come. Have a good day. Bye.